immediate end to the police brutality and mob attacks against the so-called Negroes throughout the United States. Yes, a complete end to the police brutality and mob attacks that our people are confronted by every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year across the land. Brother, show me those, they got those pictures. Brother, grab that picture of Brother Rao. Let me show you what I mean by police brutality and mob attacks. Come over here with that. Here is a man, a Korean vet. This is a black man, a Korean vet, went to war in Korea fighting for America. Risked his life fighting for America. And came back to this country and was shot down by the white man like a dog. That's some Ku Klux Klansman down in Mississippi. This black man was shot through the heart by policemen in Los Angeles, California. And they are dumb enough to think we have forgotten. Well, Muslims never forget. You don't kill our brother. We'll never forget. You don't shoot one of us and then grin in our face. You don't shoot one of us and then shake our hands and think we forget it. No, we never forget. We'll never forget. Someone has to pay. Somewhere, somehow, someone has to pay. When a snake bites your children, you don't go and look for the snake that has blood on his jaws. Any old snake will do. Any old snake will do. They shot him through the heart. And as he lay dying on the sidewalk, they beat that hole in his head with police clubs. Not in Mississippi, but in Los Angeles, California. Not in the South, right there in the North, in the West. There it shows. There it shows. Men, black men, laid all over the sidewalk, shot down by police bullets. Not men who were guilty of some crime. Not men who were drunk. Not men who attacked anyone. But they shot their way into our mosques. Shot their way into our religious sanctuary. And got the audacity to walk around here talking about this as a country based upon the principles of freedom of religion and freedom of worship and freedom of speech. This country is based upon nothing but hypocrisy. And it's based upon nothing but the right of white people to mutilate and shoot down black people. This is the brutality that we're talking about. This is the crime that we're talking about. And you say we teach hate. What kind of hate are we teaching? We're telling you what happens to black people. And this man didn't get shot down because he was a Muslim. They didn't ask him what his religion was. They saw that he was black and they began to fire point blank. And then when they went to court, they Gestapo. They were the criminals. They didn't go to court. They charged him. He's a dead man. And they charged him with a crime. These Negroes here shot down were charged with a crime. And you haven't heard anybody open their mouth about it. You wonder why you're having trouble in this country. You're having trouble because the devil is on the rampage. A blue-eyed devil is on the rampage. A heartless devil is on the rampage. A beast is on the rampage. And you haven't got sense enough to know how to handle it. So we don't try and handle it. God is going to handle it. We have God to give him justice. We have God to trap him. We have God to catch him. We have God to deal with him. And we pray that God deals with more of them day after day. And what ones God don't get, we'll get them. For 8 weeks in Los Angeles, 14 so-called Negroes sat on trial, charged by the police with assault, charged by the police with intent to commit murder. You haven't read anything about it in the paper. You haven't seen anything about it and heard anything about it from these blue-eyed white so-called liberals. They quieted it down. They hushed it up. And none of the Negro leaders opened up their mouths during the trial. They were silent while they had a rally of 35,000 Negroes in one of those Wrigley Fields in Los Angeles, while the all-white jury was in session. And not one of them came forth and mentioned what had happened to those 14 Negroes in that city. And they wonder why things are developing to what they are today. No, you don't get justice in court. A black man can't get justice in court. A black man can't get justice in the court system of America. And I'm telling you, the only way you get justice is in the street. The only way you get justice is in the sidewalk. The only way you get justice is when you make justice for yourself. You never will get justice in the white man's court. No, not me. I never want him to take me to court. I saw what he did with my brothers. I see what he has done with him right here in New York City. So make sure you obey the law. Make sure you never commit a crime. Make sure you never deviate from the law. But any time one of them puts his hands on you, take him off the planet. Take him off the planet. If I have a funeral in Harlem, make sure they have a funeral downtown too. Two funerals at the same time. We want peace. We want justice. We want respect. We want to carry ourselves with dignity. But we don't want to walk around here in a police state giving people the right to think that they can take our life or break our limb or bust our head. And that's all that's going to happen from it. So I'm telling you, don't you ever expect justice in America. No, I'll tell you that if the man locked me up in the morning, don't expect any justice. And when our brothers, Rikers Island, city prison, filled with Negroes who become Muslims, want to stop drinking, want to stop smoking, want to pull the needle out of their arm, you think that blue light thing out there will help them? No. He puts them in solitary confinement because they want to be Muslim. I'm telling you what Mayor Wagner does and what Governor Rockefeller does. That they're a race of devils. And I pray that God will strike them. Yes, I pray that God will strike them. Put death in their family, death on their relatives, and death on their friends. I pray that God will bring that on. Yes, I pray that God will strike them with death and disease and destruction and misery and grief because they have put it on us. And when God gives it to them, no one can say that God is unjust. God is just. We want an immediate end to the police brutality and mob attacks against the so-called Negroes throughout the United States. We believe that the federal government should intercede to see that black men and women tried in white courts receive justice in accordance with the law of the land, or allow us to build a new nation for ourselves.
I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves over there. But somewhere I read of a freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of a freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest forward.
90% or 99%.
There comes a time when silence
and once the white public
is betrayal.
That most of the
even when pressed by the demands of inner truth,
then this automatically paves the way.
Men do not easily assume the task of opposing their government's policy, especially in time of war.
Stopping any black man who is on the sidewalk.
There are those who are seeking to equate dissent
whether he is well dressed or whether he is
with disloyalty.
Whether he is educated or whether he is dumb.
It's a dark day in our nation.
As long as he is black and a member of the Negro community,
when high-level authority
is justified.
Will seek to use every method
trampling on that man's civil rights and on that man's human rights.
Something is happening and people are not going to be silent. The truth must be told.
America may have many, many days, but they will be full of trouble. There will be no rest. There will be no tranquility in this country until the nation comes to terms with our problems.
From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom reign from the hiking
about this tragic war, because I agree with Dante that the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in a period of moral crisis maintain their neutrality. There comes a time when silence is betrayal.
This information about Ramos being approved as superintendent. Something new happened?
Yes. The control press, the white press, inflames the white public against. Good evening, all my South Orange Maple listeners, and all those other listeners in the towns of Milburn, Livingston, Irvington, West Orange, East Orange, Orange, and Newark. Welcome to In the Village with Anselm and Marjoroe on the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience and live on the World Wide Web at somo.org, and the only radio show covering all your news, opinion, politics, talk, and sports happening in the South Orange Maple and surrounding communities. You can listen to us every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. and reach us at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Or log on to somo.org to participate in the discussion. As usual, we have an interesting program lined up for you this evening, and we look forward to your participation in the discussion. Marjoroe, welcome.
Hi, Anselm. Hello, Mr. White. Hi, Anselm. How was your day? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta kind of wait for that. You know,
okay, well, no one heard. I mean, they didn't know.
Don't worry, I'll get them in.
Okay.
You know, tonight we have a special guest with us. His name is Mike White. I pronounced that correctly, right?
Yes, you did.
Mike White, and he's going to be talking about a program for urban youths from ages 13 to 17.
Yes.
This program been in existence for over 4 years now. It actually serves the community of Newark, East Orange, Brooklyn, South Africa, Rwanda, Haiti, and a few other countries as well.
And looking to move into South Orange, Maplewood.
And looking, you sure you want to do that?